hard work going going into this show. So we really need to make sure that we watch, we look, we listen. Because you know what? When you're in 6th grade, it'll be your turn to do this. And it might not look the same, and that's great. It is what you put into it, right? Mr. T, do you have some words? All right.
Oh. Can y'all hear me? Yeah! So, this, what you're going to see, is what you call a dream come true. I talked to Miss Katie about this a long time ago, and she had these ideas, and these ideas were cooking in her head, and so now this is the reality. And we're going to be watching, we're going to watch and support our 6th grade friends make reality. They're making reality. And one of these days, you are going to be up there to do the same thing too. Yes, you are. And it will be great. But until then, we're going to sit here and we're going to watch in amazement and with pride our 6th grade friends teach us about animals. Are we ready? Now, if you're sitting next to someone and you feel like that person is not going to help you make great decisions, move yourself. Okay, so if you're staying where you are, that means you're going to make the right decision. Because don't forget, I see everything. Right? Everywhere. Are we ready?
Benjamin, can you get the lights?
Oh boy.
Sokoto, Welcome to the CMS African Culture Show. Using the guiding question, how are people shaped by where they live? The 6th grade has worked over this last 6 weeks to research, read, discover, write, and create about countries from each of the regions of Africa. The outline for our research was based on the 7 elements of culture: social organization, customs and traditions, religion, language, arts and literature, forms of government, economic systems. We've explored the 7 elements of culture through each of the multiple intelligences: interpersonal, intrapersonal, logical, mathematical, naturalist, visual, spatial, body kinesthetic, and musical. Utilizing the connections, process and intimidating movement, usually arts and the music, into our social studies curriculum. We've dove deeper into the cultures of our countries by learning dance, creating artifacts, and researching important musical artists. We worked with Hot Schools artist Idi Saka, who taught us how the traditional dance from Ghana that you will see later in the show. Mrs. Murray and Mr. Nance worked with us on the traditional West African song, Cheche Kula. This song is known as a welcome song and is performed not all over Africa, but also across the world. Tonight's donations will be as concessions for purchase after the show will be donated to Healing Faith Uganda. This organization works to educate, equip, and empower families to Uganda. To prevent, treat, and cure malaria. Please stop by the concessions table to view a short video about this incredible organization, as it happens to be World Malaria Day today. Thank you so much for coming and enjoy the show.
The song that you just heard is Waka by Mustafa Teddy Addy, which is part of folk music tradition. Mustafa Addy is the founder of Abono Drummers in Ghana.
Our mask represents the ancestors of Ghana, which is traditional artwork to Ghana, which uses pebbles to create the design. I also use cardboard, paper mache, and same techniques in this multimedia mask. Our students made art panels to represent the national flower, the impala lily, the flag of Ghana, the big tree, which is the actual name, cacao, a main crop and form of wealth for Ghana, as well as the national animal, the tawny eagle.
We all have included the national flag of Ghana on our outfits.
On the panel behind me, you can see the big tree goes into the flag to represent the connection of the ancestors. The red on our flag represents the blood of those who died for the country's independence. The gold on our flag represents the mineral wealth of the country. The green symbolizes the rich forests of Ghana, and the black star represents the Lone Star of African freedom. Dochai included Ghana's national fruit, the aki, on its shirt, which is derived from the original name Ankai, which comes from the Twi language of Ghana.
Madison has also included the tawny eagle on her outfits.
Thank you for listening.
The song you just heard is called Begum Water by George Swaby, which has been playing for the last 25 years on the Botswana radio. In this song, you can hear instruments of Botswana, such as the drum called morapa and leg rattles, kind of like shakers, but for your feet called mathlo.
I use cardboard, hot glue, markers, and paint to create an aesthetic tribal mask of Botswana.
On the student creative panel, we represented the national animal, the zebra, the national flower, the Kalahari devil's claw, the marula tree, and the flag of Botswana.
We have represented the flag of Botswana in our outfits. The blue represents rain and water, which is a scarce resource in this country. The black and white stripes represent racial harmony and equality.
Naomi and Hetsamani have included pink in their outfits to represent the Kalahari Devil's Claw, the national flower of Botswana.
Joshua included black and white stripes to represent the national animal of Botswana, the zebra.
McKenna added symbols to represent peace and equality in Botswana.
Thank you for listening.
The song you just heard is called Shosholoza. The name of the song means to go forward and make way for the people that come after you. I thought this was a very good representation of music in South Africa, and that's why I chose it.
Our mask represents a Zulu shield, which is a shield that provides protection as well as provides medicinal or magical powers.
I also included a Zulu Iqalat spear that is used in war along with the Zulu shield, and it is shaped as a springbok's head.
On our panel, we have included King Protea flowers, which is the national flower of South Africa, the South African map, the South African flag, the galleon, which is the national fish of South Africa, and the national tree, the yellowwood, of the national tree of South Africa.
We represented the South African flag in all of our outfits. The red represents the sacrifices and blood that was shed for the South Africans' independence. The white stands for peace and harmony between the Europeans and South Africans. The green stands for the fertility of the land. The yellow stands for the mineral wealth of South Africa. The black stands for the United People. And finally, the blue stands for its blue sky and endless opportunities for the South Africans.
Grace represented the grassy lands of the South African landscape with the colorful stripes of her outfit.
Sylvia represented the national animals such as the springbok, the galleon, and the blue crane, well as the real yellowwood, which is the tree of South Africa, and a symbol on his outfit which means future.
Harry represented the national symbols of South Africa, such as the tree and fish, in his outfit.
Thank you for listening.
The music you just heard is called If the Sun Is Sunken by El Shakir Inam. This composer was a protester for the voices of the people and was imprisoned by President Nasser and President Sadat.
Our mask represents the Egyptian god of death, Anubis, and this was a multimedia project using felt, foam, and shag carpet.
On our art panel, we have included the national bird, the steppe eagle, the god Bastet, the god Anubis, and the lotus flower, which is the national flower of Egypt. We have also included the Egyptian flag.
We have represented the flag of Egypt in our student-created outfits.
Red represents power and hope. White represents a bright future ahead and includes a golden eagle in the middle, one of the most powerful birds. Black represents oppression and occupation, symbolizing time when Egyptians fought against injustice.
We have also included various details on our outfits to represent the national bird, the steppe eagle, and the national flower, the lotus.
Thank you for listening to our presentation.
The music you just heard is called Samba Alamino. Madagascar has made many instruments including the valiha, a long bamboo tube with 28 strings attached. This song is by Ansai Nai Trumba.
The mask represents the red owl of Madagascar, which lives on the east coast of the island. This animal lives exclusively in Madagascar.
On our art panel, we have included the baobab tree, the national tree, the poinciana, the national flower, the orchid, one of the many flowers that grows in Madagascar, as well as vanilla, which grows indigenously in Madagascar.
All group members have represented the flag of Madagascar in their outfits. The white stands for purity, the red for sovereignty, and the green represents the coastal regions and symbolizes hope.
Saoirse's outfit has a flower petal skirt to represent the national flower, the poinciana. a beautiful flower that grows on trees. On the back of her design, she has the national tree, the baobab tree.
Dylan has represented the national animal, the red-tailed lemur, in his outfit. He has also included sapphires, a precious stone that is mined in Madagascar.
Alex's sleeve represents the gold mines of the country. The short sleeve is for the short times people have inhabited the island in comparison to the rest of Africa. Thank you.
The song you just heard is called Masamba. It was made by Elaine Calgo. The reason I chose this song is because it sounded very traditional and it's soukis, which is the type of music people listen to.
Our mask is based off of a Congolese ceremonial mask. These masks are usually not meant to be worn casually and are usually large and monster-like.
Our panel represents the national animal, the okapi, the national flower, the yellow trumpet, the flag, and an indigenous plant to the DRC, the hanging lobster claw.
Each of us have represented the Congo in our handmade outfits. Red represents the blood of the people who were killed for their beliefs. Blue represents peace. Yellow represents the wealth of the country, and the star represents the country's future.
Lucy has added okapi stripes to her outfit because the okapi is the national animal.
Sherlyn added yellow flowers to represent the national flower, the yellow trumpet.
Josh cut his fabric like a dashiki because it's a traditional outfit worn by men in the Democratic Republic of the Congo.
Thank you.
Jumbo Bwana is a song we incorporated into our part of the show. Jumbo Bwana is sung by a band called The Mushrooms. Jumbo Bwana is a Kenyan song about two men having a conversation about how their country has no problems and how beautiful it is.
Our mask represents a lilac-breasted roller, which has lifelike features. For my multimedia mask, I have used cardboard, hot glue, and markers. On our art panel, we have included the Kenyan flag, the trees representing Kenya being the world's best safari destination, and the national flower, the orchid.
We have each included the Kenyan flag in our student-created outfits.
Red represents the bloodshed in the fight for independence. Black represents the people of Kenya.
Green represents the fertility of the land, and white represents peace.
So, for Audrey's outfit, she incorporated orchids because the orchid is the national flower of Kenya. Giancarlo included the Maasai shield as it represents the unity and the fight for freedom. He also included the lilac-breasted roller as it is the national bird of Kenya.
Zachary also used the Red Cross to represent the efforts towards the prevention and treatment of malaria.
Thank you for listening.
Oh, man. Where are the lights? Where are the lights at? Let me tell you something. All right, ready? Everyone be seated. If I ever get up and start dancing, then you know it's good, because I don't dance. And so, come on up. You know you gotta say something.
I know. Oh my God. Okay, so I wasn't going to say anything. So usually when I get caught up like in my emotions, I make Naomi do it. So this is why you come back. This was such an amazing, amazing experience to watch you guys guide yourselves through. Very, very different from anything else that I've taught before. This was really on them. This is really what student-led learning is. You know, we gave them some opportunities to work with a really cool artist and to listen to some great music, and we have some really phenomenal people here that really should come up here with me, because I don't know how we would have done it without this team. But you guys are amazing. And what I want you guys all to know is that there's every single different type of learner on this stage. Every single type. And every single person on this stage has struggled with something in school, outside of school, and they're still up here totally crushing it. And that's really, really one of the most beautiful things about our school. So, I am so beyond proud of you guys and love you so much, and thank you so much for allowing me to work with you, and you're really, really just such a special, incredible bunch. Thank you so much, Noons, Eric, Lisa, Alyssa, Smith, Mr. T, Jen. You guys, honestly, I don't even know. Like, this group of people is so talented and so passionate and so incredible and so hardworking. Thank you so much for being excited for your teachers. I'm so excited about them too. But this is what makes this place have so much sparkle. So I'm so proud of you, and I can't wait to do it again. Questions from the audience? Okay. Yeah, do we want? Yeah. If you did love that show, which I know you all did, we are going to have a 6 o'clock show. We're really excited. I know Harry had already said this, but all of the proceeds from this evening's show and the concessions are going to this incredible organization called Healing Faith Uganda, which is a nonprofit organization that works to prevent and treat malaria, which is a huge, huge issue for children in countries of Africa. So the fact that they have learned so much and they've done so much and they did such a beautiful job performing and they're giving back really speaks volumes about the hearts on stage. So we hope to see you tonight. And with that, we can start dismissing, right, Mr. T? Okay. You said.
Mayla, what do you want to say to your sister?
Stop it. Stop feeling.
Huh?
Stop feeling.
Okay. You don't want to say any words to her? Why? I'm going to tell Jeremiah. You don't care? I'm going to tell her.